Welcome. More tips and tricks can be found in the Let's Play series on this channel. Let's start at number 1.
Plan in the beginning for what your village is going to look like at the end so you can maximize the space that you're using. And one of the things we can do when it's dark or early dusk like this is use our Viking vision. Z key on the keyboard, or you can go into the settings tab here and look and see what your Viking vision is. I have hotkeyed mine, the search area. I've hotkeyed mine to an additional mouse button, but normally that would be Z. So search area is your Viking vision. Onions and garlic give a healing buff, and these buffs stack. Onions give you the most health buff, but if we eat this one, we have a burst of healing, and then if we eat this one, we get another small burst of healing. So these two healing buffs stack, and it also helps cure winter cough. If you want to mark something on the map, on an actual map location, if you can get right up on it, then obviously just get really close to it and pull up your map. There's no way at this point to put a marker right here in this location, but there is actually a way. Here we can go ahead and bring up our markers with the B key, or bring up our bushcraft key, and under markers we can do patrol marker. Now a patrol marker is a special kind of marker that your villagers will not go to unless you set it up in the overview, or if you go set it up in the barracks or the archery range that you can build later. There we are. What we can do is we can go in here and hit T to open the patrol marker. And one of the things we can do is come right up here in the left-hand corner and rename this marker. Here we can rename this patrol marker to Cave. We can rename this to Cave Water. And if we notice here in our map, we now have this cave marker near the water. Here on the map, we see this little red eye, but you can toggle it on and off. Now that eye relates to your compass. With that red eye toggled, we cannot see that map marker on our compass overhead. But if I toggle that eye off, now we can see that map marker. Another great tip or trick that you can use if you like to make those sweet screenshots, always face the sun, and then you can hit Shift and F2. This will remove the HUD, and then using the scroll wheel or mouse wheel, you can zoom in and out of your character. We can make a nice screenshot. Now another tip, hold T to pick up multiple items. This is something that was updated in a patch recently, and it makes things very handy when you want to pick up multiple items off the ground. Here we can hit I, and we can shift click to break bark down into fiber. As we see, it's making more fiber. Excellent use of bark when you have a whole bunch of it and you need fiber to make rope. If you want to know how to run on keyboard, it's left shift to sprint. Now you can remap that for controller or that sort of thing and use a different key for that, but on keyboard you can use the left shift to sprint, and double tapping the shift key will allow you to roll with the punches. Now another tip or trick is these wisps here. Wisps are a good source of fiber, and they're not that hard to beat. Even with your fists you can beat them, and you do have a heavy attack with the right mouse button. It does use more stamina, but you can beat them pretty easy with just your fists. And then we can use that Viking vision to see the fiber there on the ground. Another tip is we can always look at the radius that our resource marker covers. This tip right here will cover scheduling. We want to help his morale as much as we can. We built him a shelter just now, so that will help to increase his morale. And we notice it's actually significantly increasing his morale right now, having a shelter. Now, we can improve this even more. His schedule balance and work hours is what's affecting his morale right now. So if we go into this hourglass menu here, we can adjust his schedule. Now, much like yourself, I'm sure you like to have sleep as well as leisure time and as well as work. Now, I like to schedule an 8-hour rest period. Now, that rest period will determine whether your character is a nighttime guy or a daytime guy. Now, notice here under his perks, he excels in the darkness, feeling a mood boost when he is active at night, but experience morale penalty during the day. So that means that we want to give him the ability to work at night and sleep during the day. So let's click the sleep icon and we can drag across all of these to make it sleep. And then we want to make the sleep schedule work schedule. Now, here he has an hour of leisure in the morning. We can create this as a night schedule as a preset and save it, and then apply this preset to our guy here. We can harvest these whites with, as long as we have a knife for the whites, and harvesting them will sometimes give us a Jotun blood